a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. It's an important show. And I say that sometimes, and I mean it more than ever with this. It's talking about this issue that we're seeing going on with the monuments being taken down. The newest movement is to take down and destroy any monuments of Jesus depicted as a white man. Now, I want to talk about this because it's a really important issue to me. I had a live stream about a week ago talking about it because I put up a clip from when Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist to show how humble Jesus was, and to talk about how, just how much we need Jesus in this world. And the majority of comments, whether they're trolls or not, that I received were about this color of the skin. And this has happened before on my channel, where a lot of Christians care more about that. And what they're doing now is they're trying to ignite Christians and really fire them up. Don't buy into it and don't get fired up about it. Because for starters, any statue of Jesus that is erected is a false idol that is at least worshipped, right? A statue of Jesus on the cross. Remember, the cross is also a wicked symbol. But what this is about is bigger than that. It's not about the statue in itself. It's about the destruction and the removal of Christianity from history. The destruction of all these monuments, the fact that they're allowing these Masons monuments to go down, like Pike, like Roosevelt, or whoever else, Teddy, this is done deliberately. They have to erase history first to create a new world order. People think it's crazy. I did a video talking about the flag. Barely anyone watched it. How the flag is going to be gone. They said, there's no way it's going to be gone. Yeah, it's coming from someone who's a boomer because the flag meant so much and was beaten in everyone's head so much in the 50s, 60s, 70s, right before the hippie movement and all that. The flag is going to be gone. A new world order is about a new world. That means the removal of the old world. That means destroying history. And what they'll do is talk about hate in history, racism in history, all these things in history that are bad. And say we need to erase it and start fresh, united as one. We don't need borders, right? The gimmicks with Trump with the border. We don't need borders. We need all countries to be united together. You don't need passports anywhere. You can travel freely, get your microchip. All of this stuff is part of a new world order plan. But this removal now, and this guy who's called upon it, who goes by the name of Sean King, who I have to be careful what I even say because everything is just bad, but he's been trying to ignite fire under Christians by saying things like this. Yes, I think the statues of the white European they claim is Jesus should also come down. They are it's a form of white supremacy, which is a joke. Always happened. In the Bible, when the family of Jesus wanted to hide and blend in, guess where they went? Egypt, not Denmark. Tear them down. Now, obviously, most Christians are aware that Jesus is not a white man. But the Bible speaks about flesh in John chapter 3, verse 6. That which is born of the flesh is flesh. That which is born of the spirit is spirit. It's just flesh. White, black, Hispanic. Hey, it's just a skin color. They're the ones who have caused the divide among citizens. Them. No one else. And for Christians who come forward, it breaks my heart. And I literally took 2 to 3 days off from doing uploads because I was just so disgusted. And I've done a video on it when I first started my channel, and some people saw it, about this same topic. Disgusts me that it's such an important issue about the skin color. It's not about the skin color, it's about Christ's message. And if he's depicted in any other skin color, whether Asians depict him as an Asian man, or another country, you don't worship the image and the idol and the statue of Christ. You worship Christ himself, the King of Kings, and you follow the message and the teachings of Christ. And so many people get wrapped up in this stuff. They want you wrapped up in it. But this is the scary part about what is going to happen. Because they're not just erasing history as far as our fake history of this country. The Masons are allowing the Masonic statues of these Masonic Confederates to go down. They also are erasing Christianity. This started with the Satanic Temple. I did videos for years on this. The whole reason that they would show up with the Baphomet was to make a point. If there could be a statue of the Ten Commandments, there could be a statue of Baphomet, right? To say remove it, remove it, remove it. They just wanted it removed. They didn't want the statue of Baphomet sitting outside of the town hall. I mean, they probably did, but in general, the point of their movement was to get anything related to Bible taken away. Because the Bible's hateful, it's bigotry, Jesus is bad, God is, the Old Testament is bad, right? I remember becoming a Satanist is about breaking the commandments of God, all of them, and all of God's laws. That's one of the things that all Satanists must do when they're indoctrinated and brought into Satanism. This movement is going to bring about more suppression to Christians. And it's going to bring about less seeing. See, that's the thing. When I see a statue of Jesus on the cross, I don't run up to it, bow on my knees, cry, and worship to the statue. I just see it. And to me, it's just a symbol of, okay, it's a reminder to people, hey, Jesus exists. Remember Jesus, right? And there's just the same as a sign on a billboard that you'll probably see on your highway, right? Remember Jesus, the reason for the season you'll see around the holidays. Or remember what Jesus did for you. Don't forget these things. And they have Bible verses on it, and on the billboards and things like that. They're removing this stuff because they're removing Christianity. Recently, the Washington Post, in February of this year, wrote an article about how Bibles need to be removed from hotels. Remember back in the day, and that doesn't even back in the day, it's like 10 years ago. Even now, you'll find Bibles in hotels, but not all of them. But it used to be every hotel you go in the drawer, there would be a Bible. Now, a lot of them don't have Bibles. The Satanists and other people are fighting against it. Well, if they have the Bible in the hotel, then they should have the Satanic Bible right next to it, so they should have a choice of which one they want to pick up. And they're using this stuff and the word equality to act as if Christianity was pushed upon everyone, and it's the reason that we have bigotry and hate. This guy, Shaun King, literally is just posting stuff about white privilege, and I don't even know if this guy's, is he black? I'm not saying that to be, and is he suppressed? He's got 1.1 million Twitter followers, and he's provoking people saying, tear down statues of Jesus. And Twitter allows that up. I'm over here saying, don't be violent. Ignore the nonsense you hear on both sides, and unite together against what they're doing to us through the media and the manipulation. And I'm silenced. So yeah, you're real, oh boy, Shaun King, you're a real rebel. You're really doing stuff. You're so suppressed over there. You can say whatever you want. Christians can't say boo on Twitter. They can't say boo on YouTube. Can't say how I really feel to say over my website. And if you're listening to this on my website, I thank you for being on my website. And if you're listening on YouTube, please make sure you join my website, because it's probably going to get taken down. Because they don't want this type of speech. They don't even want people preaching peace and equality. They want you preaching, bow down and kneel to the flag, and this is all for a new order. So the removal of Bibles, right, quietly happened. The beginning of the removal of the cross and the image of Jesus, because it's a quote-unquote white male, it's not about that. As Christians, don't look at it and go, how dare they attack Jesus? They're attacking Jesus in the other way, the way you're not thinking, because you're thinking about the statue itself. They're removing Jesus. You think Gen Z is bad? What percentage of Gen Z worship Jesus? I can't even imagine. 5% maybe? What do you think the generation right under them? How many of them are going to worship Jesus? His name is going to be wiped off the face of the earth. The Bible is going to be wiped off the face of the earth. And this is the start of it. This is the point of them pushing, the Black Lives Matter pushing the removal of the Jesus statue. Not the skin color. The skin color. Really? Really? This guy even claims in his post that he's a ordained minister. Although we've heard some other guys on here claim to be ordained ministers who weren't ordained ministers, but that's another story for another day. I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about. This guy claims to be an ordained minister acting like this. Now, if his message was remove the statues because we shouldn't worship false idols, it's a little bit different, but it's, at the same time, I don't know how many Christians go up to the statue of Jesus, bow down and kiss his feet and worship the actual statue. This is what the Egyptians did. They worshiped the statue like the statue itself was God. They would bring things to the feet of the altar. The majority of Christians don't worship the statue. It's just a symbol. So what are you supposed to do? Say, oh, Jesus. And they're like, someone's like, who's Jesus? And they're like, well, just think of a white light, and that's it. That's at least my take on it. Because a graven image is something that's worshipped. It's bowed down to. It's not necessarily something that, I'll give you the definition if you would like of it. A carved idol or representation of God used as an object of worship. And that's worshiping the actual idol. So I don't think Christians should be in an uproar about the actual, but they should be in an uproar about the fact of what they're really trying to do with all of the statues and the flag is erase history. Look, history in this country was built on the Masons. It was built on the Satanists and the Illuminati. That's a fact. But the problem is that by doing it this way is how they bring in a new world and a new world order, a new flag, united as one. And what's going to be the thing that's eliminated? It's not going to be racism and these things. It's Christianity that's going to be eliminated because they're going to turn to that and say, this is a book of hatred. Oh, it's homophobic. Oh, it's racist. Oh, because that's what they do, and that's what they're doing with this movement. So please understand that. Can we allow it to happen? We shouldn't allow it to happen. It's not about race. And if you're black and you're listening, whatever. If you want to claim that Jesus, I don't sit here and go, Jesus is a white man. And if you think he's black, get out of here. Whatever. I don't think he's white. I think he's a European out in Egypt. Come on. But that which is born of the flesh is flesh. Understand what that means. And that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. It's about Christ's Spirit. His message. Living in flesh is a sin. It's an abomination to live in the flesh. God wants us to live in spirit. And by flesh, it means how you look, your skin color. Don't think of those things. Too many people do, because they created this social media age where it's all about me, which I've covered over and over. I've covered all of this. Everything that's going on now, I've covered at some point in time and said it was going to happen. Did I think it was going to happen this fast? Not all of it, no. When did I start being shocked? Well, when I saw kids who were 5 years old dressing up like Desmond is amazing and people being okay with it, then I started to just go, I can't even believe what I'm seeing. Now it's just every day. And Agenda 2030 is in full effect. I might as well call it Agenda 2021 because it might be done by then at this point. That's how many people are going along with it. The removal of any idol or statue of Jesus is not about the skin color. It's about the removal of Christianity from our society and quietly, just slowly. First it's statues and idols, then it's churches. Because they go, well, in the church they teach about Sodom and Gomorrah and that's hateful, so we have to remove that. And the removal of the Bible. Bible's not allowed in school. Bible's not allowed in the military. Bible's not allowed in the hotel rooms. Quietly it just vanishes off the earth. The falling away is happening or already happened. So be prepared. Get right with God and understand these people are all, that's what they care about. This guy goes, I'm an ordained minister. What ordained minister of what? The synagogue of Satan? That's about it, buddy. You're oppressed. My rear end, you're oppressed. You're on TV shows with millions of views. You have say unlimited things on your Twitter that are offensive and you don't get boo struck. What? Because, why? Seems like you have more rights than me. So I know I can't talk around here. I'm dangerous, apparently. They're never going to shut me up, and I'm not going to stop. And like I said before, taking me off YouTube is the biggest mistake they could possibly make. Because I take it to the streets, give me a megaphone. They can throw all the burning cocktails they want at me. Have fun. My voice is stronger than that, I promise you. I love all of you who listen to this channel. Whether you're on my website right now listening, or you're on YouTube, thank you so much. The patrons on YouTube, thank you so much. The subscribers to the website, thank you so much. All of you. Don't fall for this stuff and understand what is happening. This is prophecy happening in front of your eyes. It's disgusting. It's despicable. And we can do something to fight it. But it's inevitable what's going to happen. Make sure you stay safe. God bless all of you and your families.